Hello everyone, we've gone a bit further today. We're about 6 kilometres from home, and you might be able to see on this one I've thrown a GPS tracker on a couple of the birds. Alright, well it's time to get the birds up. I'm a little bit unhappy with this location. There's a few too many trees around for my liking. I'm a bit worried about what might be hiding inside the trees, so I don't think I'll come back here again. But it's time for the birds to go up, and let's see how they go with that GPS tracker. What are you doing in there again? You gotta go out with your friends. There he goes. Alright, where have the rest of them gone? There they are. They've got to go out that way to be home. But I'm gonna see if I can beat them home and get them coming in on the film. Alright, here's the birds. I did fly them this morning, so they should come down pretty quickly today. Let's see how long it takes them. Alright, well I'll let these guys come inside and then we'll check this GPS tracking. And there's that one, that red one there. He's the one who always stays in the basket. Hopefully he doesn't pull that trick on race day, because I would like him to win a few races. So here's the GPS tracking of the birds tossed this afternoon, and there's actually some really interesting data here. I'll just quickly start. This X up in the corner, this is where they were tossed from yesterday, so you can see there's a little bit of a different line and a bit further distance. Anyway, looking at this tracking, you can see that the birds first started going in this direction, and they were circling around in here. Then they sort of changed their mind and decided to come back to where I tossed them from, which was probably a pretty good idea because there is an airport down here and I don't want the birds to run into that. But then they found their way back to where they were originally tossed from. Then they followed the river to come home. And I was actually curious about this. I was wondering if they would follow the river or if they'd take a more direct route. It looks like this time they chose the river. But if we go down to the data at the bottom, you can see that when they were first circling, they're actually up very, very high. And then when they actually decided which route they were going to take, their altitude dropped quite dramatically. They actually dropped down about 100 meters in altitude and then flew fairly level all the way home. So it is really interesting the kind of data we get from this GPS tracking unit, and I will continue to use these as we're tossing and training the birds, and we'll see what other kinds of interesting information we pick up. Anyway, let's get back outside and check on these birds. Alright, well the birds have settled down in here. It looks like most of them are here, but I can tell there is at least one missing, which I'm not very happy about. We shouldn't have birds going missing on little distances like this. I think I might give them another couple of days just flying around the loft, just to build up a bit more fitness, and then we'll take them out to about 10 kilometres. But the birds that are here are looking pretty well. They were puffing a little bit at the end of their flight, but we'll work on their fitness, work on their health, and they should be ready for the next toss before too long.